real nigga shit. I wanna rock with you, baby.
Alright, y'all. So we back. I was gone for a minute, but it was under construction. But we back.
Yeah.
I'm here with. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
It's your boy Papa Duck. We here, and we're finna get some of the good ass seafood. Y'all see we got it.
Yeah.
I had ordered the shrimp, the rice, and the French fries. So we finna dig in it.
Yeah, and I got the rice and the shrimp, and we at Seafood Bandits. It's right here on Bruton.
Oh.
It's a food truck right now, but I think in the end of December or the beginning of January, there will be a restaurant like right across the street.
Right.
So y'all be paying attention. Can you just tell us about yourself and who you are and what you like to do?
Papa Duck. I like to do music. And production, do beats. I just like to do what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? And eating is one of them, so it is what it is.
Y'all understand this man busy, so just for him to just come, like, I'm so grateful, I'm so happy. But you know, together.
Yup.
Call, be careful who you have your kids with.
For real.
So can you give us a little bit of why you wrote that song? Because I feel like a lot of people can relate.
Because it's like, a lot of times people think that because you have kids together that y'all relationship gonna flourish or be successful, but that ain't always the case. And like I say, just because y'all in love, it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can fall in a lot of love, and a lot of times you have, pretty much, I say 90% of people have babies out of wedlock.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody sitting down, ain't nobody, like you could probably tell your nigga, hey, now's a good time to, cause I'm ovulating.
Mm-hmm.
They probably know what the hell that is. Like ain't nobody really sitting down, planning out this family. So a lot of times that shit come from Hennessy, weed, and when you leave the club. So when that happens, you know what I'm saying, you just have a baby out of wedlock. So like I say, just because you're in love with somebody don't mean be careful who you have your kids with. And this song gonna touch a lot of people.
So
and it's real.
Did you just make this song, or you been had this song and you just pushing it now?
Yeah, I've been making the song. A lot of the videos that I'm doing now, some new, some are older, but when people haven't heard music, especially like good music, it's timeless. It don't matter when you put it out. So I just think this was one of the records that needed to be more, I need to put more shine on it. And now's the time to do it.
That's what's up. So when you doing your videos and your mixtapes and stuff, are you coming up with the concepts, or are you doing it all by yourself? You taking real life situations?
Oh yeah. Like, I do the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? I pick the beats. I write it, record it, mix it. I start out as an engineer first.
Mm-hmm.
So I record it, mix it, produce. So I have an ear for music, which is an advantage. And I just speak about the shit I done been through. You know what I'm saying? I come from Belgrade, man. It's put like this from today's date, which is, I don't even know, what today's date? The 16th, 17th?
It's the 5th. I think it's the 16th of November.
In the last 2 weeks, 8 people done been shot, and 1 got ran over. And that's where I'm from. I've seen niggas get shot, shit on themselves, and die. I done seen it. So it's like, me being where I come from, I got a whole lot to talk about. And Belgrade, Palm Beach County, anybody who know about that little area, it ain't no joke. And
so it's true what they say. So people be like, oh, I'm from Miami. They be like, no, you from Miami. You not from there. Or you not from this. Exactly. Like, you got to break it down because y'all be getting offended.
You do, because when you across that bridge, that's not Miami. Let's be real. You talking about Poker Bean, you talking about Liberty City, Overtown, Opalaka, that's all the hood shit. When you talking about Miami, you can't be talking about no goddamn you from across the bridge. That is not the same as Miami.
Okay.
I consider that Key West. Why I consider that Miami?
So people think Miami, they think about South Beach, the
they
nice
think about
part.
South Beach, yeah. Nah, fuck that.
So the gutter, nobody don't want to talk about it.
Nobody. All that shit Trick be talking about in them records, man. Real. 100% real.
So how you feel being, you know, out of that situation? You still alive, and some of your homeboys, or maybe a lot of your homeboys gone now. You feel blessed, or you just feel like you just?
To be honest, man, you like, as you live, you learn. We all got our own path. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just like, I can go home right now and see the same, not all, but some of the same niggas on the same block. You know what I'm saying? I come from Little Rock Dog block, and got it tatted on my stomach. And it's just so many different, it's so small, but it's so many different little cliques. But I seen a lot of shit, man, and I you know, some of my niggas, they still there, some of them got out, some of them ain't here. But I just have to keep it moving, you know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about what you've been doing currently. So what you got in the works right now? What you been doing? Like, tell them, well, some stuff that's I know classic coming up. You finna be here, so let them know like what's going on.
I'm doing my birthday tour right now. What I do every year, every November. We just left. Man, we tore that bit down. We just left Bad Austin. Man, I had a good ass time. I'm talking about. Shouts out to all my dogs up there in Georgia, man. So we got classic weekend coming up. The first week this year was some bullshit. I had to go do jury duty. Actually, on my birthday. So
you couldn't get out of it?
Nah.
I was in them a little bit like, I gotta work for the kids. I'm in school.
The first week, I had a whole lot of stuff lined up, but I couldn't do it. So I had to skip that week. And my actual birthday was on the 5th. So I had to go do jury duty on my birthday. So following week, went to Georgia. This week by week. Coming up, we got classic. And then we'll be busy at Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Friday, we got the Hyatt. We at the Hyatt for shots out the Quiet Storm vodka. We got a tasting that we doing. We introducing the vodka through the Hyatt Regency. That's a big deal right there. So plus we got distribution in all the Walmarts in Florida. So y'all check out that Quiet Storm vodka. It's a good vodka. It's like 5 different flavors. And Saturday, I got a block party at Black Ink.
Okay.
And then Sunday we at the car show. The following week, which is Thanksgiving week, we're gonna be in Midway, the 29th. I'll be in Midway, Georgia. And I got we're doing a podcast up there also. And we got the club that night, birthday bash. Like I said, we part of the whole month. And then next day, the 30th, we got Mariana at the Cave. And then that next day, which I think is the first.
I know that's right. Booked and busy.
We're gonna be I got a tattoo artist that's booked, and we're gonna go there, we're gonna do that. So they're gonna tap me up a little bit. I be turning down a lot of tattoo artists, but this one here, he came with it. He got some good work. And I was like, you know what, man, let's put some shine on it. Let's work. We working together, so that's gonna be good. So I'm just hanging. I'm just chilling like that.
Let me ask you this. So why? I noticed with you never signed a deal. Not none of them. Like I always knew you from like YouTube or people talking about you. Like listen to this. So why is it that you didn't, you know, sign a deal, and why that you been doing it like independent?
When I was doing it like the way we did it independently, I kind of think like. When I got a music game, I was green just like anybody would get in. You know, you green as fuck. You don't know what's going on. So the bigger we got, the better the chance we thought will be to get signed.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been to New York and I've took meetings with Universal. I took a meeting with Def Jam. And the crazy part about it is they thought that I was already signed. I wasn't. I learned that the music business is all about favors and who you know. The bigger you get underground, the more they don't want to fuck with you because they figure you know what's going on and they can't run the bullshit on you.
Okay.
I think that's what it was because as an underground artist, I had features with Ross, Boosie, Manny Fresh. You know what I'm saying? We recorded in T.I. studio. I almost signed with Grand Hustle. Almost. The shit that we was doing, the shows that we was getting, the places that we was So I just think that we got bigger than, as an underground artist, I think we just got too big for a lot of people. They didn't want to touch us. They'd rather touch a new artist with a little talent. They can rob them for their publishing. They can rob them for all their show money. And that's what I had to learn the hard way. Music business is just about deception. And I'm just going to be real. This shit is not what you think it is. They don't give a fuck about how many niggas you shot. Can you sell records? And will you sign this paperwork? So I just think that it's a gift and a curse, but at the same time, from what we achieve as an underground artist, coming from where I come from, shit, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. My name good, face good. And I ain't gonna lie, my whole thing was, I remember when I did a show in Mississippi, and my birthday bash, it was during November, and I always do a show back home every year. For me to come home that year from off the road, and the type of money I had in my pocket at the time, the type of money I had, the type of money I made that night at the club, to be in my hometown, I got over $100,000 worth of jewelry on. I got the whole city out. That was it. I won. To bring my city out, to do what I did, to sit out, to just show that, hey man, I made it. That was good enough for me. I don't have to sign no paperwork. So I consider myself good at that point.
So that was your accomplishment.
Man, that was way more, because it's just to see the people that was in there, the love we got. And then that next day, I had to get back on the road 4 days that morning, because me and Ross had a show in Alabama, Mobile, that next day.
Rick Ross.
Yes. There's a lot of people who signed, y'all don't understand, that will never come out. So being signed, because I'm telling you, these labels be doing some fuck shit. Labels will sign you for a tax write-off, and it will shelf you. So if you ever dealt with money, you know once you get a certain type of money, you're in a certain type of tax bracket. So if you sign 15, 20 artists, write them off on your taxes, that's less money you got to put out. And they do that shit all the time.
And then you got to sit for 3 and 4 years till your deal over. So you just wasting away if you can get out.
The record business is not what you think it is. Like I said, when I got in it, even from the award shows, from Source Awards and all that shit paid for. It's all about advertising, it's all about money, it's all about who you know. It's 10% talent, 90% business for a reason. And I ain't make that up.
No, that's the truth.
That's the truth.
I see a lot of people down here independent. Like, Badass Becky, she ain't signed. Gabbana, I don't think she signed. I think she just got a manager that push her. I think that's the smart way to go, now that you say that. What was the little thing that stopped you from signing with Grand Hustle?
I mean, at the time I did run around with them. If you go online, you can go online, you can see what Tip them came, and they did my listening party during the BET Awards up there in Atlanta. It's on YouTube and all that shit. Tip came through. I did shows with Tip. We traveled. But again, it was a thing where it was like, you big enough, like why you want to sign over here? You know, and at that time I didn't understand, you know, but now I understand why. It's kind of like you got everything going, but you just missing this one thing. I just couldn't figure out that one thing at that point, because I was so, you know, thinking about being signed. But the day that I say fuck being signed, the day that I was like, I don't give a fuck, that's when I really took off. Because everything I did wasn't to be signed. It was just to further my name and to further me. So I think that what it pretty much boiled down to was like, everything that they could have done for me at that time, I could have done for myself. I just didn't see that like that.
But so they told you that, so they was looking out for you in a way. In
a way it was, but in a way I still had the paperwork in front of me.
Yeah, and you were just like, I understand.
So it was like, nigga, we fuck with you, but it's still a business. But man, you can do this shit yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man. So that's just what it was.
What would you tell somebody who be independent and doing it? What were some words of encouragement you'll get them? Because it get hard when you got to put out money for everything.
I mean, when you're independent, let me see. You gotta be strategic on how you spend your money. You have to have the know-how. Because I tell people the most expensive thing in the world is ignorance. You're gonna pay for that shit financially, physically, mentally. But when you don't know, you got all, and you in the music business, like they say, sharks are born swimming. These motherfuckers, you got so many people in the music industry ready to take your money. You'll never have a shortage of that. But independently, you gotta know what you wanna do. First of all, you gotta pick out your territory. That's the first thing I'm gonna tell you. Don't go to Atlanta thinking you finna put a big dent in Atlanta. It don't make sense. You go out there and spend $1,500 on gas, hotel, CD, eating. You just spent $1,500 in a week or in a weekend. When you could have took that $1,500 and went to Daytona and then moved around to Ocala, then from Ocala to, so you got to pick your territory and make it relatively close to you so you can comb it. Those DJs in them areas, those different events in those areas, y'all can comb them. They gonna constantly see you. You can't just run to Atlanta every day.
Yeah, you can't.
And if your budget ain't there, then you really can't do it. But then again, if your budget is there, you're just gonna be blowing money. So pick out your territory first. Map out the clubs that's in that territory. Map out the key players that's in that territory, from promoters, DJs, just people with influence, and knock that area out. Once you knock that area out, that area gonna pay for other areas.
Yeah.
So once you
build
get
your fan base,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. So once you build that fan base, say you knocking out Orlando, Ocala, Leesburg, Daytona, Sanford. Now you got 5 cities that's fucking with your music. Cause y'all can hit them bitches, your homeboys, your old ladies, whatever. Y'all can hit them bitches constantly until they start getting on your music. And once they start booking you, now you start going to Titusville and Fort Pierce, and that shit'll start spreading. And now you got the internet, so it gonna even spread even quicker.
Was it harder for you back then because social media is so big now?
Yeah.
So back then, was you like going to places and dropping your flyers off? And was it?
Man, social media made it so easy for artists. They don't understand what a nigga had to go through. You had to do hand-to-hand combat back then. A lot of these niggas scared to even go in a nigga's city. I said that rap shit one thing, that real shit is something totally different. We done been to every city, hood, Bloods, Crips, GD, whatever you want to call them. And we fuck with everybody because real recognize real. We never was scared to go to nobody's hood. We respect a nigga hood, and a nigga respect you. There's always a broke nigga that's gonna want to start some shit.
Yeah.
But a nigga with sense that know,
thought about it.
Man, I'm out here doing wrong, and them boys out here doing right. I'm trying to get with them boys at, they gonna commend you. But there's always a broke motherfucker want to start some shit. So at the end of the day, yes, social media made it so easy. Like, from the point of sending CDs, you can send an MP3 in seconds. Manufacturing, you don't have to print up no CD inserts, no CDs, no none of that. Everything is digital. So at the end of the day, I mean, of course, it made it too easy. A lot of these niggas just sit home, put shit out on SoundCloud, and become what they call artists.
Artist or Instagram famous or something like that.
So it's, and people say it's evolution, but to me, evolution is something that's still there but evolves. This shit just went to a whole nother level. The shit that's going on now, I never thought I'd see. Rappers rapping all off beat. Niggas ain't talking about shit. These niggas so motherfucking lazy. These niggas don't even get on, they don't even go in the booth. Them niggas will sit down and rap. That's why I say, these niggas have no respect for the craft. They have no respect for, like, the people that came before them. To the point, it's just so fucked up right now. Like, anybody can do music. Some of the wackest music catch because it's more entertaining than it is educational, than it is substance.
Or therapeutical. Like,
yeah, all that.
It's just like, I've been seeing people, they just say the hook over and over and add a few couple words. And I'm like, that's not music. Like, I miss how it was. Like, people don't know. I listened to Papa Duck when I was 16 when he had put Bayday out. I fell in love with that song, but then it was like a gap. So between that time, that song came out, I think like 2010.
20, something like that, maybe 20, maybe not. And I think after that, way after that,
So
like 2012, 2011, something like that.
Cause I was like 16, so I'm like, okay, like, did you stop rapping? Like, what was going on?
What it was, like, me being on the road, like I said, when you're on the road, you sacrifice a lot from your kids, your family. So what happened, my immediate clique, you know, we was going through what we was going through. I moved to Atlanta. Like, man, we just gonna move up there and shit was, you know, we moved up there. I was gone so much on the road, I barely even stayed in the house. So I stayed up for like almost a year. I probably stayed in the house maybe twice a month. That's how many weekends we was on the road. But I either be in Florida or I be somewhere else. So once I left Atlanta, came back here, I came back to Florida, I kind of slowed down because I wanted to try to save my family. So at that time, it was like me going through it with my daughter's mom, and so I'm not trying to be on the road as much. I'm just falling back. I'm being home, you know, and that shit took its toll on me because once everything switched, I realized I fucked up. I should have kept doing what I was doing. But that's a whole nother story. So
you saying like when it didn't work out, you realized?
Not just work out, but when your funds slow down and everything slow down and the person really show their true feelings, kind of like sometimes you could be sleeping with the enemy.
Don't know.
Sometimes you could, the person you think that's right there by you, under you, be your biggest hater. Like, I'm not saying that's what it was, but it was damn show in the neighborhood. So I'm gonna put that out there, and I'm gonna just say, you know, sometimes, man, you put here to do what you gotta do, you know, and that's just what it is. So once I realized that, like, fuck it, we finna get back on it. So here we is.
Do you feel like it matter like what age and stuff? Like that you do something, cause 2 Chainz like 40 something. He like one of the biggest rappers. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
The thing about it is the beauty about the internet. You gotta look at it like this. Back in the day, it's only 5 record companies. The other one was like subsidiaries, whatever. But those 5 companies, they really was the ones responsible for who you would listen to, who you wouldn't listen to. They controlled everything. Thanks to the internet, there's no more. You got people that get on their phone and build their own fan base, and you got way more people to select from. Not elect, but select. It's a difference. That's why you elect a president, because you choosing from people that's already been chosen. When you selecting from a variety of people that you want to choose from. So now you got more people. DC Young Fly is a good example. People that took their phone.
Cardi B.
And it's like, now, by me saying that is, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter what type of music you pushing. Due to the internet, there's an audience for everything in the world. You got people selling exotic butterflies. You got people that's buying them motherfuckers. You got people that's smuggling, and I know this. Trust me, I ain't gonna tell you how I know, but I know this. You got people that smuggle exotic snakes. You got people that buy exotic snakes. So it don't matter what you do, how you do it. There's an audience for what you're doing. You just got to be creative, and you have to have talent, and you have to find that audience. That's just the way they go.
So basically, you're saying no idea is a dumb idea, and don't have that mentality like, oh, I don't think nobody gonna fuck with me, or I don't think nobody gonna just do it, because you'll never know like what's gonna happen.
I tell niggas all the time, music exposed me to the world. It opened my eyes. You got blues singers that's making way more money than these rap niggas y'all know about.
And country and pop.
What? Blues, listen. When I got exposed to Atlanta, not Atlanta, but Alabama, Mississippi, all those backwood, man, I know blues singers that's making so much fucking money. We don't have blues shows like that down here in Florida. But you got blues artists that they stay touring. These bitches make so much money. You never heard of them. hell, they old. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. If you relay that message right and you talking some real shit, them folks don't give a fuck how old you is. You connecting with them people. So when you speak that real shit, it's like pulling a person's heartstrings. These niggas with these records talking about killing, bro, that's just entertainment. But when you talk about some shit a bitch really go through, they fall in love with your music and they fall in love with you as an artist and they become a fan. That's why it don't matter how old or, you know, just spit that real shit. Cause bitch, I don't care how old you is, your lights get cut off, your water get cut off, you got baby mom problem, you got the same issues a nigga in a whole nother part of the world got.
Yeah.
It's relatable. That's why good music never dies. But all that shooting, killing, all that,
That's
it's entertainment. You know, speak on a big situation. They're gonna love you the rest of their life.
See, they be like, man, you help me get through this. Do you get that a lot?
A lot. From Facebook, I get it. From Instagram, when people see me in the street. Because, like, a lot of the music that I put out, like I said, was real. I was on my baby mama shit back then, but I was going through it for real. But I spoke on real shit. When I did the Jun Jun record, the record was so heartfelt. We had 9 different people, 9 different shows that fell out. And I stopped performing the record. Because it was so heartfelt. When you hear the record, it's like, damn, if you had anybody that passed that's close to you, you can't listen to that song all the time. It was hard for us to perform it. So it's like, just keep it real. You living on earth, you know what I'm saying? If I rap about hair and see, that's another thing. I'm giving y'all a little too goddamn much. But
he giving y'all everything.
If you're an artist, I'm gonna give y'all a good rule of thumb. When you talk about a woman, study the latest style, study the hair, study how much bundles cost, study what type of bundles they use, study the hairdo. So when you put this in your songs articulately, women gonna love it because they gonna be like,
yeah, I got that hair.
Fuck, I got that hairdo.
I got them nails.
You did. So when you talk about Ghana braids, or you talk about what the name of them nails like you got on now,
Stilettos.
Stiletto nails.
Or the French
tips. Now you being more relative to what they are going through. You connecting with them on a personal level because you spoke on something they got going on in real life. And that's how I always did my music. When you hear a lot of my songs, I got I lost it all. This is a song talking about how I lost it all out here fucking with these hoes. It's real.
It be for real. And
it's real.
When he played this song for us at the video, I felt it because I done been with so many different dudes to talk to them. Right. And it's like they'll cheat on me and I be like, I'm looking at the girl, I'm like, is you serious? And you be like, well, I guess I know where he coming from. Like, now I can look at it at a man point of view.
Exactly.
I'm like, okay. Like, even when I listen to Bay Day, I'm over here 16 saying about going somewhere with a nigga. I don't want to kill me. But it was like, he was painting a picture in my mind. And that's what I like music. Like, when you paint a picture and I can understand it.
That's all it is. It don't matter your age. It don't matter your gender or whatever. It's just relating to the people. Connect with the people. It's still a competitive sport. It's still the origin of music never go nowhere. And the crazy part about it, a lot of these niggas who rapping now, I guarantee you, what is it, 2019, I say from the last 3 years, 4 years, the artists that done came into the music business, I guarantee you they couldn't even tell you what MC means. The acronym of MC, they couldn't tell you what it is. Right now, they couldn't tell you. Because they don't know the origin of music.
They didn't study things.
Not at all.
Background check.
They just want to check.
Let me ask you this. The last time I asked you, money, power, respect, in what order, and explain why in that order.
Money, power, respect.
Yeah, and put it in your own order.
In my own order. Money first, because money gonna give you the power. Because if you read the 48 laws of power, it's common sense, but it's like when you have something that everybody wants, you become a value. And it could be money, it could be whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But definitely money. If you got money, you're gonna have a lot of people around you for that reason, which gonna automatically give you the power. Now the respect thing to me is something different. Because you may have people who got the same amount of money as you or more and don't even respect you. I just don't think respect is given to someone due to their financial situation. I just think respect is due to a dog, you know? It's not the fact like you got money, but money gives you power. That doesn't do that. Money move mountains, because you can pay a bitch who respect you or not to do whatever it is you want them to do. So that does go hand in hand, but the respect thing, I guess that comes with back in the days when niggas was really like in the streets on some real shit. A lot of them terms got to be re-sifted. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because times change. Like, it's just some traditional shit. I don't go by traditional because shit they did then, they're not doing now. Yeah. So tradition, I don't play tradition in my book. But if I had to put it that way, money, then you get the power. But the respect, you gotta earn that.
That's how I feel. I always felt like that. And growing up, you know, you used to get in trouble for not speaking or not saying yes ma'am, no ma'am. But then you get to the point where you like, some of these old ladies that you gotta say yes ma'am and no ma'am to, they so nasty.
Exactly.
You know, they treat you worse, like especially like when you go to church. Them old ladies be talking about you and everything. But you supposed to respect them according to whatever this law that was brought up from when we was younger. And nobody don't like to question stuff. So before we close out, tell everybody where they can find you at on social media.
So to me, Instagram, Papa Duck 561, the numbers. Facebook is facebook.com/Papa Duck fan page. Twitter, Papa Duck and the number 1, so that's Papa Duck 1. Snapchat is Papa Duck SLMG, just like the hat. Other than that, just Google me.
Yeah, you can find him literally.
Did
you enjoy the food?
Of course, I'm still eating it.
That food was good. So and Seafood Bandits is on Bruton, right in this like little pit thing.
It's good too.
I'll post the location and stuff up in the description box. But on that note, we gone, y'all. Thank y'all for coming. We'll be back again. Thank you, Papa Duck, for coming.
My pleasure.
It's gone.
Fuck this plate up.
Lost it all, I heard fucking with these hoes. Done lost a good thing, I heard fucking with these hoes. I done lost my whole family, I heard fucking with these hoes. To tell you the truth, I should've took my ass home. I left a go-getter for a broke bitch. I guess it's true what they say, niggas ain't shit. I know I fucked up, I know I failed you, but this is what I'm trying to tell you. Cause at the end of the day, ain't that nigga perfect, but at the end of the day, baby, I'm worth it. I know that